What's your name?
My name's AD.
AD?
Yeah, AD, yeah.
That's a nice name. Is that like a Norwegian name or?
Do you know what? I think it's French, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay. Are you from this area?
Am I from here? No, I'm not from Hackney as such, no. But I'm from Brighton.
Okay.
Brighton's on the south coast, like, you know.
And what brought you down here?
I've been living on and off in London since I was like 14, 15. Yeah.
Okay, so you go to Brighton, you come here?
No, I don't go back to Brighton much no more. I go down, last time I was there about 4 years ago now. I go to Bristol, I go up to Leeds, I've been up to Leeds. I spent quite a bit of time in Bath. I don't know if you heard of Bath, down west. I go west and then I come back to London usually, you know. I'll go east to Kent and that as well. So I travel around a hell of a lot. I'm only ever in a place for a few months, yeah. The only reason I've been stuck in London so long, I've been stuck here 6 months, is because I got pulled over Multitool, and I've been done for bladed article. I've just been in court for it yesterday, and I've got 6 months suspended sentence.
That's a touch, isn't it?
Not really, man. If you think about it, like the multi-tool that I had, I use it to make my jewellery with. I actually make jewellery. I make chains out of ring pulls. You've probably seen them about, man. Like they're literally a bracelet or a necklace made out of a ring pull. And because they've taken away that multi-tool, I'm no longer producing my jewellery, so I can't give you a sample of it at the moment, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, they've taken away a part of my livelihood. Really, I can't cut an apple if I want to. I can't spread margarine if I've got to spread some margarine. I can't open a tin of beans anymore. Like, not really a touch, because I didn't cause anyone no harm, loss or damage, and they stole a £120 multi-tool off me, a Leatherman, that is vital to my day-to-day stuff, you know.
So it's not actually a weapon, it's just a tool that you use to make money.
It had a lock knife on it. They said it was construed as a weapon, but I'm a mendicant, Tim, yeah?
What is that?
Right, a mendicant is it's a spiritual person, right? Or if you want to say religious, you can, but I'd rather be my spiritual person that has adopted a frugal way of life to offer cultural, moral or spiritual support to the community that it's in, free of charge, yeah? So I don't ask no one for nothing unless I'm desperate. I say, like, can I have a cup of coffee or could I have some food, yeah? I'm pretty genuine on that, and I'll tell you honestly, if I am clucking my tits off, I will say, can you spare a little change please? But it's very rare that I ever do that, because I'm pretty, you know, I'm clued up with it, you know what I mean? I think that the more desperate you are to get money, the less likely people are going to help you. They don't want to come up to someone that's desperate, yeah? They want to see someone that's going to help themselves. It's like, help me, help you, yeah? They don't want to help someone that ain't going to help themselves, yeah? If they see like someone, this is why so many homeless people have such a lot of trouble, yeah? It's because they're so helpless, you know? And I think that this is why I'm doing this interview for you, yeah? It's because I want to help people that are in my situation, and I want to inform people that are looking down on people like us, so maybe they can start making some better decisions and open up some better groups and doing some more positive things for homelessness. That's why I'm doing it.
That's great, that's amazing. So, and how do you practice your spirituality?
I meditate, I pray like a normal person. I do walking meditation, I do loving kindness meditation, mindfulness meditation, I draw mandalas, I do visual prayers, and I've been doing this for quite a long time now. Mandala is a Tibetan thing, the Buddhists do it. They make them out of sand, they make them over the month, and on the full moon they demolish the mandala to represent that everything does change and that everything is impermanent, which it is, yeah, because we flicker in and out like flames, you know, like everything flickers in, flickers out. So I got the idea from the Tibetans. My mandalas, they stand for truth, tolerance, compassion, patience, abstinence, humility, love, light, life, strength, courage, wisdom, guidance, gratitude, growth, selflessness, forgiveness, fearlessness, equilibrium, balance, harmony, unity, peace, purity. Now that's for all beings, and the reason that I do that is for myself, right? It's because I would like to be one of those things. I would like to be a truthful person. I would like to be a compassionate person. I would like to be a tolerant person, yeah? Me personally, yeah? So if I can encourage anyone else to try and be some of these aspects, then, you know, you see the stained glass windows, you see the shapes there, yeah? You would have seen that shape in a church, yeah? There's, These shapes come up all the way through our history, yeah. They're ancient. They're more ancient than we are. These shapes are, yeah. And this, what it is a visual representation of either a prayer or a blessing, yeah. And the reason a mandala is supposed to be not supposed to. I don't sell my work. I don't sell my artwork. I won't give it away on paper or anything like that. You can't take this blessing without knowing what the blessing is, yeah. Which is why I draw it on the pavement, because it's there. It's there. I try and explain what it is to people. Most people haven't got the time or the patience to even listen to that list. When they do really listen to it, they ask me where them words came from, and I will tell you exactly the same thing that I've told them, which is the truth. Is those words were given to me, like they just popped into my head, yeah. The majority of them were all there. I added a couple as time's gone on, and I've made the list more thingy. Yeah. What this lifestyle does for me is that I get to communicate and share, let's say, my being with other beings, and I want to be able to share with as many beings as possible, so I can live my life to the fullest, yeah. And I believe that living our life to the fullest is basically meeting people and learning from them, but not only learning from them, because everyone you learn from, you can teach too. So you teach, learn, teach. And so when you meet people, you're learning and you're teaching, learning. And that to me is the meaning of life for everyone. That's not just for me. So that's what it does for me. It puts me in a position to be able to tune in better to the lessons that are given as the natural cause of things, if you like, yeah.
And how long have you been doing this for?
Well, like I say, I've been homeless for about 15 years on and off. I've been in hostels. For me, it's never going to work, because I've chosen this lifestyle. I chose this because I want to be free. I don't want to be stuck to. Look, I've had children. I've had a wife. I love them. I still love them dearly. Yeah, but like it wasn't supposed to be, and now I'm doing this. That I've realised that I'm truly free. I'm not locked down to anything. So I've been doing it for a long time, and I continue to do it until my last breath takes me.
What led you to being homeless?
Pardon?
What led you to being homeless?
This was an argument with I had a child with my girlfriend, and the relationship was starting to get worse. What happened is when she had the baby, it's not all her fault, it's my fault as well, but from what I saw is she got postnatal depression, and she built a wall around her and the baby, and yeah, that was it, man. She went off with someone else. I left her her and my son the flat, and I've been homeless ever since, man.
So you just left her and then you just went straight outside and you couldn't come back in?
That's it, yeah. Well, she was arranging for me to go around and see my son. It was a nightmare. Yeah, you can see him on Saturday. I'd turn up, she wouldn't be there. You know, there's a lot of all this sort of snidiness going on. So she made it impossible. And then I met another woman after that. I got married to her. I've got a ring on. I got married to her. She got a tattoo of. And I loved her very much. She taught me a lot of tolerance, because she used to beat the living shit out of me. She literally punched my head in, man. But I took it a lot of it. But it's because I loved her so much. It was a dysfunctional relationship. It was based on codependence, yeah. And we ended up having a child, yeah. And during her being pregnant with that child, we already had problems with the social services, because before she'd even met me, she was a registered addict with the methadone clinic. So they were already involved because she was a registered addict. They wanted to know what was going on with the baby, yeah. My other partner that I split up with and left the flat to, yeah, I don't know what happened. The social services the police went round there and they took my son, and they found him by a fire, unattended, at 4 years old, next to a fire that was lit with a bottle of paraffin. Now, the police come round and put him into emergency custody, and because of that, everything blew up in my face and caused me to be homeless, basically. That's my trauma. That's the trauma that I've suffered to be in the position that I'm in. Because every person that's homeless has suffered a trauma to get to the state that they're in. You don't just wake up one day and go, I'm going to be homeless, you know. You go through some seriously narky stuff, you know. And I really want to put a shout out to anyone that's watching this that's homeless, yeah, that's been through trauma. Is like, look, I know you've heard this 100 times, yeah, but the only person that can go through this shit is you, yeah. You've got to settle it with yourself, yeah. I had to settle it with myself, yeah. It was either that or kill myself, yeah. And I know you've heard it 100 times, is that you need to fix it yourself, but you really need to go back to it. What fucking caused me to get into this position? Oh, it was that, and this. And if for me personally, I come to grips with it, and I'm on the other side now. You know, I feel like I'm doing something positive in society. I'm trying to encourage people to do a positive thing as well. You know, yeah.
Is there any help for you at all from that local services?
The help that I've been given, the majority of it's been condescending, patronising and downright useless, to be quite frank with you. You've got people dealing with homeless people that have never not had the ability to have a bath, have never not had the ability to be chauffeur driven everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you've got to, if you're going to help someone that's in a bad position, you've got to have some empathy. You've got to at least feel or have a think about what that person might have been through. But the majority of the help doesn't give a fuck. It's just like, here's your help, fuck off sort of thing. I'd rather not have help like that. I'd rather have genuine help, that people know what they're doing, know who they're dealing with, and they really do want to help, yeah? And like, wanting to help's one thing, but being able to help's another thing altogether.
So the issue is not knowing how to help, basically.
That's the issue, really. It's like a lot of the people that do these things, and I do appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but I personally do not use I've got a thing, yeah? What's the point of putting the responsibility for my well-being into someone else's hands? Do you get what I'm saying? Security, isn't it? The best thing you can do to help a homeless person is offer to buy them a cup of coffee, is offer to give them £1 or whatever, or is to give them a pair of shoes if it looks like they need them. You know, have a look, see what the person might need. You know, have a bit of empathy. That's the best thing the community can do. You know, it's pretty much what they've been doing from dot. Is, you know, giving your money to a homeless charity doesn't help us. We don't see that money. The people what see that money are rich, uber rich motherfuckers like St Mungos and that, and they say that they're helping people. Yeah, they are helping some people, but they're helping themselves more than they're helping the homeless people that they're supposed to be helping. Is what I'm saying. People like Shoutout, people like St Mungos, all these people, Pret, they've got a homeless charity. These people are mega rich, yeah? So if you're going to give £20 to St Mungo's, next time you do that, think about it. I'd say the money would be better off going to a homeless person straight up, yeah? And if you've got a problem about, oh, they're going to spend that money on drugs, don't give them the money in the first place. Don't help them. If you don't, you know, help should be unconditional, you know? The amount of times someone's come up to me to give me money and gone, is this money going on drugs? And I've gone, yeah. What about it? Do you get what I'm saying? If you want to help. If you don't want to help, you know, don't ask me for like uncomfortable truths that you can't handle. I can, you know.
That's a nice way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have a control over it?
Yeah, man. Like I'm not. A lot of the people that you would have interviewed would have literally still, the trauma would be fresh, yeah? Like I'm saying, it's like 15 years now since my trauma's gone by, yeah? My son's now 16, yeah? So it's been 13 years actually, yeah? The trauma, I've run through it in my brain, I've sorted it out. Like I say, I'm genuinely trying to do something positive for the community. Like I am a spiritual person, and I do have faith. Yeah, I do have hope, yeah, and a lot of people don't have hope, and that's the problem, where they're not happy or whatever, you know. But I've got a lot of hope, I've got a lot of happiness, I've got a lot of spirit, I've got love, you know what I mean. So I'm all right, you know, I'm all right.
From what I'm hearing, it seems like the spirituality side is really helping you to cope.
I'd advise, you know, I'm not a Bible basher, man, do you know what I mean? Like, I've had enough stick, my hair's really long. If I take it down, people like take the piss and call me Jesus and that, and I actually do get quite offended, you know, because like, if you're my friend and I ask you not to call me Jesus, there's a reason for it. It's because I've had a lot of stick over the time. Like, you look like Jesus, oh look, it's fucking Jesus, you know what I mean? I'm not Jesus, man, do you know what I mean? Neither are you, neither's anyone else, yeah? Jesus is some dead dude, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're here now, this is the reality of it. Spirituality got me up off my arse. The thing that saved my life was the woman that I loved, man. She saved my life. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here now. So love saved my life, yeah? And that isn't some namby-pamby sort of like attachment love. I mean real, actual, genuine love, yeah? Now, when I say love, it's like, the mistakes that we had was attachment, yeah? And I've realised all this now, yeah? Is that take everything away. Take all the drugs away, take all the issues away that we had. I still love that woman, yeah? And that's not because I'm attached to her, that's not because she's here right now next to me, it's because I really love her, Do you get what I'm saying? That's real love, yeah? It's like the love that I give to you, it's the same thing, yeah? It's a strong love, yeah? And it's, you know, obviously you get where I'm coming from here, yeah? So equally, every single being gets that love, yeah? Properly, you know, a codependency relationship, and I was going to say, like, it was a very negative spiral for me, man. It was something that I had to live and learn and get out of, you know, and I wish anyone going through that more power of their situation, you know, because love is a hard one.
So when you met her, was she always on drugs? Or
yeah, we were both already on drugs, yeah.
Already on it?
Yeah.
What led you to being on it in the first place?
Led me to being on it in the first place. I came from a really like criminal background, to be honest with you. Yeah, my family were really not like the sort of criminals that go and burgle people. Like they were like up level like criminals. Like they used to do like high level bank fraud and stuff like that. Yeah. And basically, I was around drugs and weapons and illegal activity all my life. From all the ages of growing up, I realised that there was dodgy stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? So that's what led me to being on weed, and weed led me on to being on speed, and speed led me on to being on. You get it? And it's like, yeah.
Just gradual. And at what age did you start?
Well, I started taking heroin when I was 14. Yeah.
And who led you to doing that? Was there someone that introduced you to it, or something?
There was just dealers on the street. There were dealers on the street in Brighton, man. You know, like they would like, do you want this? Do you want that? Like, and I was already seeing dealers because I was smoking weed. Yeah. So when you're already involved in that world, it's very easy to jump onto something else. I mean, I come from a different generation. Thankfully, the generation that we're living in now, more people have been, the youths have been taught better. Yeah. Like, you know, like because. You know, I didn't have no teaching about not to take heroin, that it would fuck your whole life up, you know what I mean? But like, you know, I do pass that on, and if anyone that says to me that they want to try it, I say no, don't try it, and don't expect me to get a few, because I never will, you know what I mean? That's anyone, I don't care who it is, even if you've been using it all your life, I won't get a few. I was in Brighton once, I did for someone because I was ill, I ended up going to prison for 8 months for it.
Wow, just for getting for someone.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like, all of that lifestyle has caused me to go to prison, you know, but I still got hope and I'm still happy, man, you know what I mean? And I also realise, you know, I'm 42 years old, I'm not getting any younger, but I don't look at it like, you know, fucking hell, I've wasted my life. I wouldn't change nothing, man, you know, I've learned a lot of very valuable lessons during this lifetime, you know, and I feel a good, strong connection to the earth and to my spirit as well, and to my mental, my physical, and my spiritual temples. Yeah, because the way that I see it is like this. Yeah, it's like my mind is a power, my body is a temple, and my spirit is an unquenchable force. And that's what anyone should say to themselves in the mirror in the morning. Yeah, to like self-esteem boost or whatever. You know, because you are, all of you. Yeah, all of your minds are powers, all of your bodies are temples, and all of your spirits are unquenchable forces. You just need to realise that, and we can sort of, because what the reality of the situation is we've got a lot of really nasty people in charge. Yeah, they're committing genocide, they're committing crimes against humanity on a daily basis. Yeah, and we're letting this happen. Yeah, and it's all right because it's not happening in England, but the Holy War is like the Holy Land's in war. You know, like you've got everything that's happening anyway. Evil people are in charge, and the reason evil people are in charge is because the people are not uniting under a single banner and saying no, this cannot go on anymore.
How powerful is spirituality, and how can we use it to better ourselves?
I'd say the power of spirituality is this: you don't expect nothing from nothing. Yeah, it's like, right, I know, yeah, that if you come into connection with like what I call the one source of reality, yeah, in the Quran they call it the one God, yeah, in the Bible they call it the one God, yeah, it's called in Buddhism they call it the way, yeah, and so like, if you come into contact with that, you'll realise that it's much more powerful than you are, yeah, and that's something to fear, really. You don't expect anything from it. It's like, that would be like me saying, right, I'm going to become spiritual and my whole life's going to work out. Doesn't work like that, man, yeah? Like, if you can wake up in the morning and actually say that you're a good person and you feel good about that, then maybe it might help you in that way. But otherwise, don't expect no freebies, you know? You know?
So what's your plan for the future?
The plan for the future is I've my actual goals. I've got a book. I'm writing a book. I've written a book. It's called Squat the Lot. I'm also written It's called the Interdimensional Beggar's Guide to the Universe, and it is basically a beggar's guide, and it's a guide for homeless people and beggars. It's basically advice like mental health, physical health, self-defense, history. It's basically a guide that's going to go to homeless people, and it's going to explain unwritten codes of contact to the beggar's creed. Yeah, because begging is a creed. It's been around for a long, long time. Some of the really, some of the well-known beggars would be the oldest one is the Buddha. The Buddha is a beggar. Yeah. Then you've got Jesus. Jesus was also a beggar. Then you've got people like Sochan. Sochan was a beggar. Like, there's a lot of these characters that were beggars that have changed the world, you know, like that, and they've affected great change for the better. And my plan for the future is to get these things done. Like I say, I've already written the first Beggar's Guide in the book. Get them published, get them out there. I've got a few other ideas in the pipeline. One of them's called the anti-product product, yeah, and it's a catalogue of products that are ethical, but they're free, yeah. So you can get these products for free. They've been created ethically, yeah, with love and kindness through equality, yeah. And it's a catalogue of free products. And you can either you can get them for free, or you can give a donation, or you can give stuff, yeah. But the idea is that is to create a free market so that we can start having things for free, like not expect everything for free, expect the world given to you on the plate, not like that. And that's one of the old sayings that I hate, is that, oh, you expect the world given to you on the plate, you know, like or you can't change the universe, or you can't change the world, or whatever, yeah. There's all these sayings that have been said to us over our lifetimes, yeah, to like keep us dumbed down, yeah. Remember, yeah, your body is a temple, your mind is a power, your spirit is an unquenchable force. When you start acting as such, yeah, you realise that you are important, you are part of the universe, yeah, and you can affect change, you can do amazing things. You just have to start with the thoughts in your head and with the right intentions. I'd say in my personal experience, anything I've done with the wrong intentions, but doesn't work, yeah. But the things that I'm doing now, I've got the right intentions. I genuinely want to help people, so it's the Interdimensional Beggar's Guide to the Universe. Yeah, expect to be seeing that like in the winters of it, just before winter comes. So autumn, I reckon I'll get that out by, hopefully. And Squat the Lot. It's a book about like 15-16 years of squatting, living on traveller sites, living homeless on the street, just like some of the situations we've been through, some of the lessons that I've learned, and that some of the tools to get yourself into squatting, get yourself into taking power back for your housing, taking power back for your employment, you know, by busking, by doing mandalas, by, you know, because if you put responsibility for your housing into someone else's hands, they've got you by the balls. They can turn around and say you're homeless tomorrow. If you put your responsibility for your employment into someone else's hands, they've got you by the balls. They can say you're fired tomorrow, yeah? If you put the responsibility for your well-being into someone's hands, they've got you by the balls. They can put martial law on the street tomorrow and like basically start putting people in execution camps, yeah? Don't think it can't happen, it can, you know?